We're going to start off with probably one of the most iconic on this entire list, Adventure Time. I should ask, are we going to be judging these by certain categories? Or are we just going to go based purely off of bias? I feel like it's going to be hard to walk away from bias, but last time I did one of these tier lists with anime, I had like 5 categories that I would judge them by, but I feel like it would take way too long for us both to do that.
Yeah, I guess we'll start initially saying it from a neutrality standpoint. Like, I guess
Ooh,
we'll
okay.
pick our initial thoughts on it, and then like we'll try and neutrally say what makes a show good. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's the entertainment industry. Not everyone's entertainment going to be the same, so of course it's going to be hard to run away from the bias. So it's, I mean, the chatters can even get on this too. Like, if do you agree with the statement or do you not agree with what we say? And like, you can add your input too, because I mean, we're both going to be reading, not like we're doing anything else. So I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, yeah, so it's a good interactive project here.
So, Salmon is saying Adventure Time is such a G of a show. I don't think you know how little that actually narrows it down, what you're saying. Me personally,
Yeah,
if I'm looking at Adventure Time, I'm thinking about, it's not so much about like the animation or the story in the beginning of the season. It's a lot more about like childhood fun, but it's the best thing about Adventure Time, I would say, is that you grow alongside it. As the show continues, it matures more and more until by the end of the story, everyone's adults and has real life experiences that you can relate to.
yes, yeah, I could totally see that. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'd cut you off earlier. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, yeah, no, it was. I was just agreeing with what you were saying. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I could totally see where you're coming from with that. In my perspective, I did like the first beginning seasons of Adventure Time. I'd say it was a pretty fantastic show, and then it started getting a little bit serious. And me personally, I prefer comedies because I like to laugh. But then Adventure Time got a bit too serious for me. And I'm not saying that it's bad or anything like that. It's just that I just kind of stopped watching it because of that. And I'm like, but overall, it's a fantastic show. I mean, like you say, you grew up with it, you can relate to it, and it's like the animation style isn't sort of like out there or whatnot, but it was more like based upon the kid aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
cartoonish, and it told the story in a very critical and like well built way. The characters had their own individual personalities. Finn was a relatable hero that pretty much just wanted to have fun, and he didn't pay attention to anything important. And he
Yeah.
just said, "I just want to punch a guy in the face." Like, I mean, you
And
can't
kiss
get more relatable than
princesses.
that as a kid. Exactly. Yeah. Did cooties like disappear around that period of time? It's like been like what 20 years since I've been a kid. Like,
Dude,
I don't know how kids now, but
he was going after every kind of ussy. Like, you can take any syllable, put that in front of ussy, and Finn was going after it, dude. He was actually crazy.
jeez. Yeah, and I think the writers got a bit too thirsty too, because then they made Fiona and Cake, and damn,
Damn,
I
yeah. I'm so glad
do
someone
it.
else thinks this other than me, dude. Why is Fiona so fucking fine?
Yeah, like, damn, that girl's not even 16 years old, dude. And it's like, fuck, dude. I'm like, damn, what the hell? I thought it was a joke that some thirsty guy just made an R34, but I'm like, no, that shit is legit.
It's
They
in the
made
show, and
this.
there's a spin-off
Yeah,
show, and both of them are awesome, but that's interesting. You
yeah,
were saying you tend to like your cartoons a bit more comical.
yeah.
I'm kind of the other way around. So this will be an interesting dichotomy that we've got between us. One more a little focused on comedy, one more a little bit focused on dramaticism is the word I was looking for. But I think overall,
Yeah.
Adventure Time at the least goes into great, right?
I mean, it could be S tier, like easily. Like Finn is such a relatable character. Princess Bubblegum, yeah. Fiona and Cake was like a thirst trap, but it's alright. The show could be S tier. I could easily say it could be as high. I give
I
it an
would,
S tier
I would say
rating.
it's goated. Okay, on to this next one, which I haven't thought about in years. Malin, what do you think about Ben 10?
That show was awesome too. And then, Jesus Christ, Gwen, that is insane.
We're gonna
My
judge all the
God,
cartoons based off of like the fucking girl.
everything that I've seen. I mean, like every single character got that one character that everyone just demonizes, and I'm like, damn, why don't
Courage the Cowardly Dog does
just make the
not.
story? Oh, if they do Courage, I might just end my life. I ain't gonna lie. If Courage the Cowardly Dog has some heavy, thirsty fan base, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, probably for. It probably wouldn't be the grandpa or the grandma, so like by process of elimination, it would unfortunately either be the dog or one of the monsters. You know, like the fucking tentacle CGI one that happened at the end of season one?
Yeah.
Dude,
I like Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was a pretty fun show.
But Ben 10 first. I really liked the story of Ben 10, and it's such an interesting concept. And I think they're still doing revisions of that show, and they're still like making new Ben 10s. But I think the original like one or two shows were kind of where it's at.
Yeah, Ben 10. Ben 10 original, like OG Ben 10, and then Ben 10. What is it? Alien Force.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah,
where he had the green jacket.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that show had some pretty interesting aliens and then accelerated forms of the aliens. But yeah, Ben 10 regular, like it was. I like the animation though. The animation was pretty smooth for what it was. A lot of wonky music. I really vibe with it. The aliens is also pretty cool.
From what I remember about the show, I would say it's great.
Yeah, I actually recently watched it because, like,
Did you?
a lot of these shows, I revisited them to make sure it wasn't just nostalgia that, like, as a kid, you know, a kid, no nonsense kid, just likes a bunch of stuff. So I wanted to go back, and a lot of these shows, they withstood the test of time.
That's
really good.
Dude, you did your homework. Let's fucking go. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let you put Ben 10 here. I'll let you do the placement.
I could say Ben 10 was goated, and it's very unfortunate that Ben 10's going the TMNT route because you know how TMNT is like everywhere, and they have never stopped making renditions of that show.
For better, for worse, yes.
Oh, yeah. But you know, it's whatever. I'll give it the OG Ben 10. I'll give it a goated.
You would give the OG goated?
Thanks.
Yeah, chat. I'm thinking more great for this Ben 10, but I will see. Let's see what chat thinks. We can make a poll. We have the technology. Ben 10 ranking. That's Ben 1100, not 10. Goated or great? You have 1 minute, chat.
Dude, I am about to put my cat in a freaking kennel. Dude, what the hell are you doing? You never do this shit when I'm just laying in my bed. Like, why are you all of a sudden hype?
The kitty.
Oh, you crawled out of it.
I'm actually allergic to cats. I can't do it. On top of it being mischievous.
Yeah. And then all the cat hair that gets into literally everything. I have to be extra careful when I eat. Otherwise, I'm just going to be eating cat hair.
My dog is like that. Yeah.
Oh. I had a dog too, but he never shed like that. It was a Shih Tzu.
Did I have a Shih Tzu? I did have a Shih Tzu when I was really young. I like Shih Tzus. They're actually way better vibes than people give them credit for, I think. Okay. Chat said great. So I will say, we'll put it at the top of the great, and then we might change our ranking later on to put it in goated, depending on where the other shows land.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is definitely one that I put in half for myself, very selfishly, I might add. I did rank it last week in an anime tier list, but it is only appropriate since it was kind of literally a Monday morning cartoon that would pop up on Cartoon Network, vaguely, I think.
You said at night?
In the morning.
Oh, in the morning? Then, yeah, maybe Cartoon Network. Wait, what's the show?
It's Beyblade, Metal Fusion.
Yeah, definitely Cartoon Network.
Yeah. So Beyblade Metal Fusion holds a big, big spot in my heart in terms of cartoons. It was A, the first anime that I've ever watched, and it got me into that whole genre, but B, the franchise and the collection of toys that I still have right next to my feet of just Beyblade, it's actually nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I watched it, but I think Zatch Bell might have been my first ever anime.
Zatch Bell? What is that?
Yeah. That show's a fucking meme. They cry like every fucking episode. Like that. I recently just started watching it again. Like it's a pretty cool thing, but they cry every single
Oh
episode.
no. Well, these
Like,
guys scream every episode. That's the whole thing with Beyblade. They just take it too seriously, but as a consequence, all the kids took it really, really seriously. Like you'd have people in second grade with their Pegasus and their what was the other one? Usually like Dark Wolf or something like that, and they would want to mess your shit up, dude. We were serious about
Beyblades
Beyblade.
were cool. I ain't gonna lie, they were pretty cool. And I remember in Beyblade they would just scream the name of their Beyblades and they just do more damage or some shit. Like it
Yeah.
was a pretty funny show. Like
Right.
it was.
Go
I liked it.
Pegasus!
Yeah.
It works.
And the Beyblades looked it cool though. They looked it real nice and stylized.
The designs are actually fucking goated, dude. Like to this day,
Yeah.
Beyblades, in my opinion, have never looked better. They came out with a new line that I started collecting a little bit of called Beyblade X. And unfortunately, they just aren't as good. But this original metal, or not original, this was actually the second iteration of Beyblade, fun fact. But this version is, I would say, top of great. I wouldn't say it's goated in terms of like cartoons, because it is like really, really long and sometimes repetitive, but I fucking
Yeah.
love that show.
Yeah, I actually understand why. Salmon says he remembers it fondly.
Yeah.
I remember Beyblade, so I'll give it that rating too. I never watched too much of it. I think I might watch season 1 and then dipped, but yeah, I'll
Fair.
give it that rating.
Fair, fair. I'm gonna let you take this next one, Malin. What do you think about Chowder? Where are we gonna put Chowder?
Fucking annoying. Put him in Ghastly. Put him in the tier lower
Ghastly?
than that.
No way, really?
Terrible. I put him on there just to put him on blast. That show is incredibly annoying. Any kid that talks to me, I just call them a little chowder. I call him a little freaking chowder. That's what I do. You're freaking annoying. Oh, he said, who the hell is chowder? Watch one episode, and you'll know what I'm talking about. I understood what Schnitzel meant when he said that he, like, the writers knew what they were doing when they made Chowder. So yeah, I put him on there just to make sure, like, I can't put all goated shows on here, so I just put Chowder there.
You put
Sorry.
Chowder on just to talk shit about it is so good.
Damn straight, like fuck that show. That show annoyed the hell out of me when I was a kid.
Can I be
Like,
super
yeah,
honest with you
yes.
right now? I'm so glad that you did that, because when I saw that you put Chowder on, I was like, oh, I didn't like that show as a kid. I didn't want to like break your heart if you liked it.
Dude, if I like that show, I should be euthanized. Like, there's nothing to like about that show except Schnitzel showing an honest reaction about everything Chowder does. Like, that one, the most annoying episode that can remember of Chowder is when Schnitzel went to the literal bank to cash his check. And, like, just watch the episode and you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, the amount of hate in his eyes, the animators drew that. Like,
I remember
that's how
that
I
one.
kind of felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most annoying episode ever, and I just kind of stopped watching after that because I'm like, yeah. Salmon, can you possibly top Chowder in terms of annoyance? Please tell me, or don't.
He
'cause I
says
don't
there's
wanna
one
have
in
to
the
have an
list.
aneurysm.
I'm curious. He
I'm
might say
curious
it's
too.
Steven Universe. That's my guess. Because I don't see any of these shows being like more annoying. Oh, maybe SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I hope he isn't. No, oh, it's going to be Uncle Grandpa. I'm just kidding. It's 100%.
Lamal.
We put Uncle Grandpa in there. I did that for the same reason you did with Chowder. We'll get to it.
All right, he'll tell us what he comes up to.
Okay.
All right, I see it.
Well, moving on from one of the ghastly ones to one of the, in my opinion, the goated ones. Gravity Falls. Did you ever get to watch Gravity Falls?
Yeah, I saw Gravity Falls, and it became a pretty intellectual read about the theoretical concept of metaphysical beings and stuff like that. And I kind of really was like, I was with it, but I kind of stopped watching it because I guess it didn't produce episodes fast enough. So I just pretty much, but I like the imagination to it. I like the design of the characters, and I especially like how a freaking pyramid, like the Illuminati pyramid, causing all the problems. I don't know, good or great. I don't know. Or I don't know. I say great as being my highest rating because I can't really say it's goated because I never watched all the episodes.
As someone who has watched all the episodes, Gravity Falls is one of the best stories I've ever seen put to animation. It's so succinct, tight, put together with love, and every single character is likable or interesting in their own way. I would be willing to compromise with great with you here, although my tier would 100% be goated if it was just my list.
I mean, like I said, a person who has like, I guess, understanding of the script should be able to be the one the determining factor of it. So if you want to say it's like go down, I'm not.
We're
gonna
evenly
disagree with
weighted,
you,
my
'cause
man. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do this when we were going to like do it individually. I don't want to take away your power of choice here. So
That's all right, you know. I'll support it. You know, I'm just here to have a good time.
I'm gonna put it at the top of great. Next up, Courage the Cowardly Dog, which we mentioned a little bit earlier. This one I never finished. I didn't actually watch a lot of Courage. I didn't love it, but it's a very easy show to get behind, and it was always entertaining when it came on. So,
Yeah.
just off
I'll
the
probably
dome,
put it in good.
I'd put it in good.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Did you
I
ever
mean,
watch?
They had a lot.
Sorry, go ahead.
What? No, you can say it. You go.
I was gonna move on. If you wanted to keep talking about Courage, that's cool.
Yeah, that show had a lot of crazy stuff happening to it, especially the Return to Slab episode, and then that one horrendous part where Courage was trying to be perfect, and then this whatever the hell it was popped up into his dream saying that he's not going to be perfect, and they echoed the sound like that's some nightmare fuel and a half.
Yeah.
People reference that show, but I put it on good. I guess because I don't know, I just put it at good because it just seems pretty accurate.
I mean, as a cartoon, it is pretty one note, right? It's got the thing of the dog getting scared, and it never really evolved beyond that, and it didn't need to. I feel like so good suits it. I have a question for you. Did you ever watch Infinity Train? Our next entrant here.
No, I don't think I have.
So Infinity
That's probably the only
Train
episode.
started off as a 10 episode miniseries on Cartoon Network in 2016, I believe it was. So still, this was like towards the very latter end of my childhood, but I'm still going to count it because what they were able to do in those original 10 episodes was one of the like most out there concepts for a cartoon story I've ever seen, but also so grounded with its emotion. I'm the drama guy. Like if Malin and I are the opera masks, he's the laughing one and I'm the sad one. So like you probably would not enjoy this show if you're trying to look for comedic bits, although it does have that. It is a lot more drama heavy though, and I would put it up there with Gravity Falls in terms of like the story and the I guess drama.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it scratches the itch, then I put it on great. I don't really do anything besides comedies.
So here's a comedy for you. What do you think about Uncle Grandpa?
I never really could get into it. I mean, that's sort of a niche type of. How many seasons? You know how many seasons they had?
I have no idea. Let me look this up. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Uncle
I'm curious because I mean,
Grandpa seasons. It had 5 seasons.
my brain picked up 5. That makes the most amount of sense. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I mean, I put it at like, I guess good. Like, it's not really bad, but it's not really like so good. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody could really agree. Like, yeah, Uncle Grandpa, it was definitely a niche episode for anybody who thought it was like goated. But no, I'm definitely gonna put that on good.
Salmon says,
neutral.
all I know about Uncle Grandpa is Livy talks about it a lot. Never seen it though. Livy would fucking talk about that show, dude. Her sense of humor is just so random, and the whole show is just super random.
Yeah, some randomness, no linear pathing or anything. It's just all over the place.
Personally, I would put it in gaudy.
Yeah.
Good is the absolute best I would give it.
Or you could put it in gaudy too, I guess, because
It's not a show that you would want to binge. Like, you could probably watch 1 or 2 episodes and be like, okay, that's enough for the year.
Yeah, or catch it on Adult Swim at 2 a.m. in the morning, and then that's pretty much exactly the show. All them random colors
Wait,
streamlining, and you don't know
it
what the
didn't
hell is
air on
going on.
Adult Swim, did it?
No, no, it didn't. But I'm just saying, like the amount of the themes of what happened in that show, you can find on Adult Swim. If you like me and you wake up
That's
like
so true.
o'clock in the morning, Adult Swim just be showing some random ass shit.
That's so true.
Yeah, like that's where you would probably find the adult version of that show. That's probably where they got their motivation from. I don't know, but yes, that's my rating.
All right, I like it. What do we think? This is going to be a controversial one, I feel. What do we think about SpongeBob SquarePants?
Good. Like like if we're compiling all the seasons,
Yep.
like
Yep.
overall, it's down the middle good.
I agree.
I mean, because season 1 to 4, SpongeBob was obviously great. I just wish that the amount of personifications they have and the expressions they do in like the later seasons, because as time goes on, stuff gets better and it gets animated better. But it's just the later seasons are so annoying. SpongeBob's annoying. Patrick is extremely freaking annoying. Like he's Chowder basically. And back then he had balance. If he did something stupid, he had a smart moment and it balanced itself out. And if he did something stupid, it wasn't like I'm so irritated and this is just a joke type of stuff. But
Yeah.
overall, it's good. Borderline gouty now because there's so many bad seasons per over the good seasons. So
I think, yeah, if we were ranking it purely based off of the first 4 seasons and like the movie, it would have gone and goated because the amount of memes, subculture that spawned just from those episodes is unbelievable and the entertainment was great, like up there. But every subsequent season just went more and more down this like caricature of its own, of itself.
yeah,
It was so strange.
it's like like it's just a collage of all the nasty, disgusting parts. Like I mean, it's like stuff that was interesting that we loved about season 1 is that they overinflated it, and it's just a money grab. Like after the guy died, he pretty much wanted SpongeBob. I think they wanted the season to end, and they didn't want any sort of spin-offs to come of the
Correct.
show. But then Nickelodeon said,
No, we like
"Yeah,
money.
we're not gonna do that." Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna give Patrick his own episode because everyone loves Patrick, and yeah, we're gonna continue to make episodes. It's like Family Guy at this point. Like they don't have anything like new material going on. It's over, but they're gonna continue to just squeeze everything out of it. And Salmon made a good point. Like he did what I could not do. I could not block those seasons out of my head because I keep remembering how
Yeah.
terrible SpongeBob is now versus to where he came from, and I'm like, what the shit?
Big time. I think, yeah, I agree with you on good here. I'm gonna put it above Courage because it definitely had more like staying power and impact than Courage, but it's factoring in everything. That is a fair ranking, I believe.
Oh shit! All the rappers that came from SpongeBob too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know who Glorb is, right?
I don't listen to rap. This is totally new to me. There's rappers that came from SpongeBob?
Yeah, listen to Glorb. It's like I think he uses AI generated voices, and then it's just like the actual sounding characters. They just rap. Like yeah, check it out.
What?
I mean, it's pretty funny stuff. Yeah.
Oh my
And like you get the
gosh.
references too. Like it's like, dude, I know exactly what he's talking about. I know the season. I know the episode. I know he's referencing.
Is it like
Yeah, like,
SpongeBob talking about fucking your bitch or something like that?
Yeah, it is pretty much like that because it is hip hop and they always gotta fuck on your bitch in every single fucking aspect of the song. You gotta have your bitch get pregnant off of this. But it's still funny though. It's still funny and interesting because it's like I said, I like it. I like it. I don't listen to it all the time, but when I do, it's like yeah, I enjoy my time. So yeah, I would probably recommend you check it out. You might get a good laugh out of it.
I probably would if it's like AI Tom Kenny. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. I didn't think this stuff existed. Someone put me on it. I'm like, what?
Send me a track and
Fuck
I'll
yes.
give it a listen. That's funny. What do we think about the original Teen Titans? Not Teen Titans Go. I want to make that distinction right now, but the original Teen Titans.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie though. This is one of those drama shows I actually was pretty into.
Let's go.
I watched this and I was pretty into it. Yeah, Teen Titan is great. It has one flaw. It's
It's
incomplete.
incomplete.
They didn't complete the seasons of Teen Titans. They never
No,
completed.
dude. So they ended it off on a cliffhanger and never revisited it.
What?
Yup. Like
Glad I stopped watching.
a fucking
I did.
massive cliffhanger too. Like, are you gonna go back and rewatch it ever, or can I spoil it for you?
Fuck no, I'm not gonna watch it. If I enjoy it, dude, that's so fucked.
So I don't even know if it technically is a spoiler because it never led to anything. But in the very last episode of the show, they tease that Tara is still alive. And like they have this girl that looks exactly like her that Beast Boy's chasing after or whatever. And the last shot of the episode is him seeing her down the school hallway or something and running towards her, but it's like super saturated and he's just running towards the light. And the show ends.
I think I might have seen the episode. I ain't gonna even try to remember it. Fuck that shit. Oh, what's up, Muffin? Muffin, what's up?
Muffin!
Muffin, what's up? Hey, what's up, Muffin? Oh my god, I thought you forgot about me. What's up, Muffin? Hey, what's up, bro? We're just doing an anime. We're ranking childhood cartoons. Yeah, exactly. Doing the mostest. Glad you could be here, gang. Though I'm not part of a gang, but I hear that's a term of endearment, so I'm gonna say it. Thank you for being here, gang.
Malin and I are we're a new gang now. I've just declared it.
Let's go.
We're the technical issues gang.
Don't say that shit. You're gonna make us think we got some mentally Don't say that shit.
Technical difficulties, I should say.
We solve problems, we don't cause them.
That's true.
Two guys trying to make a list can't even figure out how to start up our computers. Oh my god. But yo, we here, we trying to make a list going on, and we're having fun doing it. And yeah, so dude, Muffin, I'm glad you could be here, bro. And no, I didn't die yet. I'm still alive.
Why his
Technically
older
challenged.
Technically challenged. That's perfect. Wait, Salmon comes up with like the perfect 2-word summaries of everything I say. Like that's why he's the mascot. He's the GOAT.
Dude, Muffin, why the hell you got your account?
That's what I was gonna ask. What the fuck did he do?
Dude, like what the? I'm curious to know if Sucker Wiener got banned, because that's the guy on my Twitch follows who just has that as his Twitch name, Sucker Wiener. I don't know why, but you got banned. Your name was Muffin. What did you do? I just had to know.
We gotta know.
Oh, really? All right, let's go on with this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, team shit, man. I don't know if it didn't. It would have been goated if it had the complete seasons, but I put it on Gotti because I mean that's fucked up. They just abandoned it. There's really no point to watch it.
No.
Like, you watched it and then you got hooked onto it to the end of saying that yeah, it's not. You'll never close your. Terrible, terrible feeling.
I just
have to put. No, I don't watch Teen Titans. Oh, you can put it on Goated because I mean I really like it, but oh shoot, the stream.
Yeah, my stream is dying right now. Hold on. Shanixigans. They go hard.
It was at 4p, but now we're at 4. Yeah, we're at a better resolution. All right, we're good.
Good on your end?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, it's good enough for me. Oh my god, 160. 160 resolution.
I always have this problem. Like, my internet provider is maybe the worst in the world, just in my specific room on my specific PC. It works perfectly fine for my phone, but if I try and do anything difficult on my PC, it'll be like. So.
I got a whole gaming laptop. And thank you for the. If you followed me, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
I gotta take this jacket off, dude. Here we go. Elena, you caused the Shanixigans. Don't lie.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. All right.
Dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and place Teen Titans. I think it's unfair to look at just the end of the show and how that made you feel. As a whole, the show it's in great for me.
No, the part is, I mean, it's goated. But the thing is that I'm not telling, like, it's like if you watch it and then Oh, sure, muffins. Wait, muffin, did you? Wait, hold on. Let me say one thing at a time. Imagining watching the show and watching all the seasons, getting to the end, and then you're like, you don't get closure to it, and you're wondering, will they come out with next one? And it's like, no, and then you're left with that void. I can't deal with that. I just can't. Personally, that's why I give it Gotti, because any show that's like their sets, but because for some reason money getting involved and whatnot, just didn't. That's why. But I mean, like I said, if you want this, that's totally fine. I understand.
Okay,
Wait,
I'm gonna be totally honest right now. I only got about half of that. Every other sentence,
Oh,
my
shit.
PC would turn you into a robot. And it's kind of funny, but it's also extremely sad for me that I'm having such a hard time hearing you right now. What the fuck is happening to my
God.
Wi-Fi? Okay, so by the way, it might not even be my Wi-Fi, but my service. I'm always sitting at a flat 1 bar in this room. Actually, my whole house
Hey,
sits at a flat
you
1
want
bar.
an Ethernet cord?
Yes,
Oh, you want an
I
Ethernet
hooked up an
cord? You
Ethernet,
are?
and it did not make it better.
That's pretty screwed up, my boy.
I know.
Muffin, I will follow you back. There you go, Muffin. There you go.
Okay, so
With
here's
the
what I will
freaking-
say though. We have Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go on this tier list. For me to put the original Teen Titans in one of the lower tiers, I feel like does it a disservice when compared to Teen Titans Go. Because Teen Titans Go, I mean, spoiler alert, is gonna go real fucking low for me. So
Yeah, I can see why. Again,
could we compromise at like the
the
top of good or the bottom of great for the original Teen Titans?
I mean, like Teen Titans regular could go either at the lowest or at the top because I mean, again, that's the one of the dramatic shows I actually thoroughly enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's definitely gonna go high up there. But I just wanted to be at the lowest because of how the fact they didn't finish it, and it was not like it wasn't like it was unpopular. People really liked it, and
Yeah.
they reference the show a lot. Even adults do nowadays. But for some odd reason, they never finished. But I mean, whatever you put it, I agree and I support it 100%. Teen Titans Go, I also agree. It'll definitely be lower than the regular Teen Titans. I like the first 2 seasons, and ironically enough, a comedic show, Teen Titans Go, but then they just became chowder. They became chowder,
They
and
did.
I don't support that. It was they had a good balance in the first 2 seasons. I don't know so much about the third one, but it just became just chowder. So yeah,
I
definitely
think
low tier.
Teen Titans at the bottom of great, Teen Titans Go very bottom of ghastly. For me.
Sure. I mean, I agree with you. Like we're on the same page here.
Okay. Now I get to talk about
Oh shh.
what happened.
Nothing. Let's just go.
Did the cat do something again?
Let's just go. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just go. Let's
Okay,
just go.
we're going.
What you saying?
Now I get to talk about Transformers, chat. Transformers Prime, airing in 2011. This show came out, and at first I did not like it because of the designs, but as it continued on, it proved itself to be one of the most mature, in a good way, Transformers media that they ever made. Did you ever get to watch any of this?
Oh yeah, I see Transformers Prime. Was it on CW?
It was
Like, did
on
they post on CW when cable was a thing?
So, do you remember The Boom? Or The Hub.
Yeah.
Sorry, The Hub.
Yeah, the Hub. Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
that Hub, chat. It
Vaguely.
literally used to be called The Hub. I swear.
Yeah, on cable TV. Yeah.
On cable.
I forgot what channel. I think it was like channel 23 or 25. It was in the 20s. I mean, not in the, yeah, 20s or 30s, around that period that I could see Transformers Prime, or maybe it was 134. I don't remember. Two.
Chat is fighting over Teen Titans Go right now. Julia, there's no way. Why do you like Teen Titans Go? I don't want to revisit this. It doesn't deserve any more of our time. But
Wait, hold on, Puddle. What part of that calamity do you like? Was it the beginning where it actually was delicious, or what, like later seasons where it turned to shit? Like which part?
or
Please, I just
Raven
gotta
with
know.
Lady Legacy. That's the only part of the show I like because it started a. Never mind.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That shit did happen. Another thirst trap. Don't I understand?
Dude, it started something to me. That's all I'll leave it at. That's why I'm not a ass guy or a tits guy. I'm a leg guy. That's where it's at.
Yeah, of course, because the leg and leg and thighs add, the ass and thighs add volume to the overall shape of the body.
Absolutely.
Like it's no contest.
I'm glad that
But
we
we're
agree on
talking
this.
about kids shows and cartoons and their kids here, and we're going to continue going on. We're not going to talk about that. That's a whole nother separate interest. This is Cartoon Network, not Adult Swim. So we're going to go on to the next. Huh?
Transformers Prime for me is goated. Just because it's the best Transformers media that they ever put on TV. Or I think period, in my opinion.
Transformers go. I mean, I didn't really. I watched a few episodes of it, and I'm like, I didn't really get into it because I don't know. I'm not really a Transformers fan, but like emphatically from complete neutrality, I said that it was a pretty good show, animated well. They did a lot with the coloring, with the textures, and as for the story, it's pretty much the same story. Autobots fighting Decepticons, but as to the way they carry out that regime, I don't know. From the episodes I found out, there was a lot of interesting stuff. Like the Autobots actually got hurt. I think one of them almost actually like did one of them die?
No spoilers. Maybe.
Cause I don't know. I didn't watch too much of it, but it definitely looked like an interesting show, and I did watch a few episodes of it. But personally, I don't know. I guess I put it on good, great, but it's really up to you because you actually watched most of the stuff.
I'd say I'm going to use my power of having the mouse button right now, and I'm gonna put this one in goated. Just for me.
Okay.
Just for me. Okay, let's move on to, I think this is Foster's. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh, Foster Song. Okay. Oh, Puddle. I know. And I agree with you on that one. Where it's like it's a show that it shouldn't be taken seriously, but it's like it got pretty annoying because it's like me. I like to try to think I'm funny, but like I don't do it so much to where I'm forcing it. And that show kind of forced it. And then
Yeah.
Beast Boy and Cyborg got pretty overbearing at some point. That's why I'm saying like at the beginning they had a balance, but like later on it's like they kind of just yeah, no. But hey, if you like it, I appreciate you liking it, and I appreciate you for sharing your opinion about it. So I mean, if you like it, you like it.
What's weird about me
That's
is
all.
I used to save every single episode of that show in my DVR. Like I watched it religiously. But like even as someone who watched it a whole bunch, I will admit that it's not good. It was just slop. It was literally brain rot before brain rot.
Yeah, I could see that. It was like I was pretty, and the thing is that I got so excited about Teen Titans Go because the regular Teen Titans show got canceled, like
Mm-hmm.
completely taken off of the Cartoon Network, and then I saw that, and I'm like, oh, what's about to happen? And of course, I religiously watched, like you said, religiously watched, recorded, and everything.
Sam, and
Then
it
they
made
ruined it
you
again.
frown. That's way sadder than I didn't like it. It made you frown. As a kid, just a kid frowning while watching a cartoon is so funny to me. Sorry. I don't know why that's so funny to me. All right, chat, we are moving on
get
from
it.
Teen Titans Go. No more. We're moving on to Foster's now. What do you think about Foster's? I've never seen an episode of it.
Freaky Frankie Foster? All right, let me tell you about this story. I love the concept of making yourself an imaginary friends and cheese. Like cheese is what Chowder should have been. But yeah, it was a pretty fantastic episode, and it actually had a lot of diversity into it. Like a lot of different characters who I expect not to see it, and they had their own like understanding of what's a person's like conscious state of mind. It didn't really have a story, in my opinion. It's just like it's trying to keep all these imaginary characters that can like conjure up like mass destruction because imagination's the limit. And I guess they tried to keep it all better, but I'd give it like good or great because it really pushed the thoughts of imagination as a kid, and it's like all these different like weird, wacky creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and it had nothing but pleasant memories. And then, of course, Mac was thirsty as shit. Like he was a little kid, and he was at the Frankie Foster, the redhead, the gothic redhead, or whatnot, and that was pretty funny. So they did good with that. So
Interesting.
I just thought I'd put it at, I guess, good. Yeah, I say put it at good.
Top of good or after
Yeah,
SpongeBob and Courage?
I say after SpongeBob.
Okay,
Oh no, put it before SpongeBob.
before
They
SpongeBob.
shitted on my man's. They butchered my boy. No, I put him before SpongeBob. Get him out.
We got Shin in the
Get him
chat
out.
saying, "How the fuck is Courage not engoated?" Because we believe that Courage was really one note, and you could watch 5 episodes and you would have seen. If you cherry picked 5 episodes from that show that people always talk about, those are the only 5 episodes that people talk about.
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm not saying brand new Shan. I'm not saying that's not a great show. It's a great show, but it's like the only thing, like you already knew what the plot was and everything. And I do love the animation and everything, but I just felt like it just didn't take it out into like a weird direction. Like, oh, Courage sees a guy, gets scared, and then for some reason gets the crap beat out of him, which is kind of funny because he does all these what extenuating motions that no like living creature should be able to do to try and personify his point.
It's like old timey
And so,
cartoons where it was just
you
super
know,
exaggerated and impossible.
yeah, and that was pretty cool, but it was like every episode. It was pretty much every episode. And the only thing you were really encouraged for is just to get those weird close-ups or those just over-the-top animations that would give you nightmares if you went to bed immediately afterwards. Like a show you shouldn't watch at night because it's actually a jump scare in and of itself.
I think,
But
especially for that like more old-timey animation, there is a show on this list that does it better, in my opinion, with more substance. But for now, let's move on to, what is this? Cyber Chase.
wait, what? Wait, Brandon Shin, what the hell? You draw the line. Wait, what?
You like Chowder?
You like Chowder?
No.
Wait, if he trolled me, he actually got me. He actually got you out bullshitted me if you got me on this. Like you actually did. You got the crown now, buddy. If you did that.
You grew up with it. Have you
Oh
watched
my
it
God.
since?
Yeah. Are you just nostalgia right now? Are you just on nostalgia? Have you recently? Because I recently watched Chowder and I wanted to punch my fucking TV. Like,
I never liked it. I don't know why, but it vindicates me whenever you said that you didn't like it. It was like, okay, good. I'm not fucking crazy.
that shit was so... And the show was supposed to be mainly comedic, but it's like he went over the top. The animators just thought being annoying was funny. It's like when a person tries to be funny and then they just do a loud noise or something, or they just ear rape the Russian national anthem thinking that lol is funny, everyone else is doing it, haha. That's the type of humor like level I get from Chowder. Like the writers aren't funny, they just think annoying is funny. Now look at these kids nowadays.
I'm so
They're
for this.
Chowders. They're Chowders now. They're
I
all
back
Chowders.
every single word that Malin says.
They're like Alan, Elena, if you don't remember it, good for you. I wish I could forget that show. If at some point I could have a lobotomy to remove that one part of the brain, I would be happy. It may cause problems, but at least I don't remember who Chowder was.
Damn.
God, no. No,
Damn.
we outie. We outie. Yeah, we get, yeah, I know.
Moving on from
brand.
Chowder. Wait,
Yeah,
okay, it says
keep-
Courage and Chowder
competition.
were the best that Cartoon Network had at the time. Is that true though? Because I feel like Teen Titans was in that same era. Was it not?
Yeah, it was in that same era.
Yeah,
it
so
was
that
Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was Chowder, Generator Rex, Ben 10.
Oh, we had Ben 10,
Um,
dude. It's fucking over. Ben 10 and Teen
Yeah, like
Titans
Ben-
diff, easy.
I love Generator Rex. I should have put that on here because I don't think
What
anyone
is
remember
that?
that show. That show was pretty awesome. It was a show about like how how people like say these nanomachines go into your body and stuff like that. Well,
Oh my
Generator Rex
gosh.
was able to create machines and everything.
I have not thought
Like,
about that
I
show
remember-
in a long time.
I know, no one does. That show was awesome. Like, dude, I remember Cartoon Network when it was in its heyday and everything got the crap to pop. But Chowder was no. I remember what was going on with Chowder was a thing. Like, it wasn't what it was now. Yeah, Chowder. On top of that, they had. Yeah, and they had Toonami Jetstream at that time too. Like Toonami Jetstream, and then you had anime that go into there. Like Adult Swim would just take a backseat, and then you had anime cartoons as well, like Zatch Bell, Bo. Then you had Dragon Ball Z and their associates and stuff like that. So I remember a lot from that time period.
Do you
Surprisingly,
remember
those
that
was-
one show where all the kids had like numbers as their names, and every time they'd go around and fight a villain, and then that kid would get a new number and join the team? What was that show? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
What did they fight?
I don't remember. Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, Codename Kids Next Door. Oh shoot! If you would have said the mustard guns and oh my god,
You remember this?
did I tell you to put? Wait, did I tell you to put the? Yeah, that show was pretty freaking awesome, especially those ridiculous ass weapons and how they just yelled and caused mass destruction with their voices. That show was funny. Dude, did I tell you to put the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy
You
on the
did.
tiers list?
It's on here, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah. But yeah, and they had that show too. It had that show too. Like their lineup was pretty solid. Like, dude, Chowder was like, as far as I remember, one of the worst shows Cartoon Network ever made. Of course, I'm not counting today because now they don't have anything and they're just rerunning the
This is true.
same episodes. Was it Steven Universe? The Amazing World of Gumball.
I think We Bare Bears
and-
has like a sequel spinoff.
Oh, damn! I completely forgot about that show.
I did too.
I stopped watching.
We
Cartoon
Bare
Network.
Bears, Clarence, and there was like one other that I just never liked. That was the
Oh,
era.
dude, you remember? Oh,
Go ahead.
You go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, you complete your thought.
That was the era I got out of Cartoon Network, man. Like Clarence, We Bare Bears, and I can't remember what the third one was. There was some other one. Not good.
Was it like some freaking anthropomorphic like reindeer going on a quest or something like that?
What?
Oh, okay, no, then it's not. All right. Yeah, I remember Clarence. Clarence was kind of interesting. It was like I don't know, nothing really funny happened, and it was kind of like I guess talking about real life, but real life is boring. So why would I want that in a literal show where anything can happen? Beyond me. But yeah, and shoot, that was one thing I was gonna. Oh man.
Don't let me interrupt you, man. I'm just like chugging along. I'm happy to stay on something if you've got something to say.
Yeah, it was the one thing about another show. Shoot. Wait, Billy and Mandy, Fudge. Oh well, let's just move on. I'm pretty sure.
My bad, dude. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally. I didn't want to interrupt your thought. I tried not to interrupt it, but I got really excited about something. Shoot. Oh well, next one.
Okay. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be like this.
No, it's well. There's like
I'm
2
sorry.
seconds of delay between the Discord call right now, and it's probably because of my Wi-Fi. So like, if I'm moving on, it's because I haven't heard you yet.
Okay. Hey, what's up, S tier? I missed you. Hey, what's up? Hey, S tier. I got a friend. Shanix is my friend. See,
We're in a gang now.
I met. Yeah, exactly. We're so tight. We are blood brothers now. We're cyber blood brothers. Yes. Finally met somebody that don't want to dox me and find out where I live to do absolutely nothing but to say that they know where I live.
Hey, I didn't say
Like,
that.
somebody-
That's coming next.
Oh shoot. Well, damn, S tier, you just ruined my whole vibe. All right, I
Salmon,
love
do
better
not call us the technically challenged duo, you fucker.
Oh my god, now Salmon's gonna it, and S tier is doing it too, dude. Stop doing that. You're gonna start some crazy stuff in the chat, and I don't need that. I'm trying to make a good impression with these people. Why didn't I stream earlier? Yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on. I was talking to lawyers and stuff like that because people want to take money out of my pocket and all that. And oh, you would have rated me? No way. Oh, I'm definitely sorry I didn't get on. Like a lot of stuff's happening over here. I'm getting off topic here, Shanix. I really am
Oh,
sorry.
it's okay,
I
it's
just
okay.
want to have it streamed in like a week or so. But yeah, my brother graduated from high school. He's planning on going to college. My other brother's getting ready to go to his graduation from high school as well, receiving his awards and whatnot for academics and in extracurricular sports. Had that stuff going on, celebrated that week, and then we had a whole bunch of gathering stuff like that. Long story short, I'm thinking about getting my doctorates, and I'm studying to get become a doctor.
Wait,
or
you weren't
whatnot,
joking
but-
about that?
No,
Oh
I'm pretty
shit.
serious. Like, I like the 3D modeling and everything. Like, I haven't. Yeah, I've been pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, I don't
Damn.
know where to go with my life, but here having fun, just trying to have fun. Cause shit, I just love talking and having fun. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's to catch up everything.
The all of the Malin lore is it goes so crazy.
Dude, that's not what I'm referring to. Those shows are not that good. Way, Bran. Salman agreed with us every step of the way. He knows he's part of the crew. He got his chain already. He ripped that Chowder's ass, and I think he said Courage probably was on a higher tier list,
We got him. We're gonna
but yeah,
convert him.
yes sir. But anyway, dude, yeah, let's move on to the next one.
So this is another one that I have not seen any episodes of. It is Cyber Chase, I think it is. What can you tell me about Cyber
Yeah,
Chase?
Cyber Chase was very, very excellent. I put it on Goated, like mainly because it taught you a lot of stuff, and it was on PBS Kids. That show, I look forward to it. Like when I come home from school, and if Cyber Chase was on, I definitely stop what I'm doing and put up, dude, S tier. If you say that shit one more time, bro, I am not gonna be responsible for the next actions I do.
What is that? I don't
Why
want.
you keep
What is
doing
that?
this? Don't worry about it, Shanix. Don't worry about it.
I
Let's just
am
move
not
on,
worried
man.
about it.
Let's just not,
Okay,
let's, the word, let's not worry about it.
not doing it.
Shit. I'm 21 in 8 days. Oh, that's awesome, S tier.
If I look it
Well-
up, am I gonna find it though? Am I gonna get put on a list?
No, it's just. Well, damn it. All right, fine. Yeah, why the fuck are you saying this, dude? That's so weird. Dude, all right, I'm about to go. Anyway, Cyber Chase was amazing. It was a fantastic episode. It talked to you basically about the basics of different type of sequences in school and like teaching you math, English, and all this different stuff. I think maybe even teaching you about cultural differences and stuff like that. And it did it in a very helpful, respectful way. And it was an amazing show. Like even as a kid, despite me doing a lot of dumb shit like eating rocks and glue, yeah, I did that. Unfortunately, yeah, put me on the list.
I ate
was a
dog food.
dumb,
I'm not better,
flipping
dude.
kid.
When I was one, my mom told me that I was apparently like really into eating dog food, and she would have to like put the bowl on top of the fucking counter to get me away from it, dude.
Oh my god, that is so. All right, well here's an embarrassing secret. Like when I was a kid, whenever an anime song would come on, like, I would just cry at the outro for no explicable reason. My mother literally sent to a psychiatrist to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me because every time it would come on, I would just be bawling my goddamn eyes out,
Didn't
and
want
she
it to
literally
end.
thought I was dying at one point. Yeah, like I couldn't breathe at one point. I was crying so hard.
That's
This had a freaking anime intro. I don't even know what the hell the show was. Weird. I know. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I was a weird freaking kid. Like I was so weird when I was younger. Like
that almost beats Salmon
that's
just
weird.
watching Teen Titans Go and frowning. SG, thanks for the follow. That's awesome.
scrumptious as to you would think it's freaking delicious. But yeah, I put Cyber Chase at Golden. I'm pretty sure if you watched it, you'd probably like it too because like it's not brain rot and they had a lot of the stuff that they do could easily be applied to real life, which is why they had like an IRL virtual segment to it. And they showed how it could be applied and understanding like what you're doing, and it actually like it was a pretty good show. But of course, I think they're still probably making episodes of it. There's like a rendition of it, but I never really watched it. But the OG version of it, definitely a must. Definitely will put it on Gold. Definitely fantastic.
You know what? I did Transformers Prime. I'll take your word for it. I'll put Cyber Chase up and goated. Does that sound fair?
Oh, of course, yeah, sure.
Perfect. Moving on, we do have another Transformers show, Transformers Animated. I did not like this one as much as Transformers Prime, but I would say between the two, if you're going to go watch a show, Malin would probably like this one more. Because episode to episode, it was a lot more comedic, a lot more funny, but towards the end, it did have start to develop this kind of larger story, but it never, like the drama never super overtook the comedy. and it had this very kind of stylized look to it. It was actually pretty fun.
Nice.
That's
fantastic to hear.
I would put it in great. Like, if you're gonna watch a Transformers show, I'm being like serious with you. If you ever want to get into it, you would actually like that one, I think.
I'll definitely give it a try. And thank you, S tier, for being my friend. I love you so much.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, Spank Bob is. Yeah, Spank Bob is right there in good. It's right there in the middle of good. I would put it on neutral or terrible because just the seasons are so erratic and just bad. Oh my god! I just remembered when SpongeBob deep-throated that one worm that was gonna try to kill Gary. I remember that episode.
What?
You remember that? Like SpongeBob wanted to find a friend for Gary, and then like he saw this old gypsy woman saying that, yeah, you shouldn't buy this if you got a snail, and then he's like, okay, sure, bought it, and then that thing grew into just an absolute unit of a
yeah.
monster. The animators animated that pretty heavy, and it just shoving his tongue into SpongeBob's mouth or whatever that orifice or wherever that appendage was.
I think I do remember that
episode. Yeah, that was a weird episode.
SpongeBob had a lot of those, though. It was one of those shows that just was not afraid to explore themes that should not be in a cartoon, but in a subtle enough way to where you're not going to suspect it as a kid.
Yeah, that was. We forgot Captain Underpants S tier. Yeah, if you don't like anybody who remembers SpongeBob, they immediately think of the first 4 seasons. They don't think about anything else after that. And then they're saying that it's amazing until you put it in perspective, and it's like, oh yeah, I see where you're going at from now.
Yeah,
we forgot it, but yeah, let's move on. Let's.
What do you think about Phineas and Ferb?
That's the one show I know that was pretty redundant, but it was highly memeable, and it was actually pretty funny, and it somehow kept it like from being stale. Like in my opinion, like it was repetitive. Like it's like, oh, Phineas and Ferb do something, Candace wants to ban them, and then like, oh, she fails every time because whatever shenanigans Doofenshmirtz does, they just
Hey!
Oh, thank you, S tier. Thank you for the for subscribing.
Let's go.
4 months? Damn, you're insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, Doofenshmirtz Salmon, that was one of the best cartoon characters of the modern era. But I think overall, Phineas and Ferb is overrated, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I liked it. I put it at 8, but goated. I mean, again, it was pretty redundant and nothing actually happened. And then I remember they had put that new episode out where Candace actually busted Phineas and Ferb. And then... why you keep calling me that, S tier? That's so weird, bro. I'm old enough to be your father. Stop.
Oh, he's saying he can't hear me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, fix it. Uh-oh. Wait, you can't hear me? Oh.
No, I think he's saying that he can't hear me.
Oh. Yeah, we can't hear. Oh, you can't hear your friend. Oh, tune into his stream. I'm doing this all on his stream. My stream is boring as crap. Shannon's got it popping.
Ah.
I didn't moan. What the fuck are you talking about? This? Dude, yeah. Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, you can verify. Yeah, I'm on his stream. Go to his stream because I appreciate you being in mine, but go to his because like this is where we're doing the lists and everything.
We got a shared chat, so we'll still all be able to see you.
Yeah. So,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Salmon has purchased a Dino Dance segment. I
don't got to do that, do I?
No. You don't have to do this. This is something that I have been working on since March, and it requires a lot of setup on the stream. So, tell you this, Salmon. I'm gonna compromise with you here. I will do this after we finish ranking these. That way I don't have like a big break and have Malin wait up on me. Does that sound fair? Just because it takes a lot of setup.
What's all it entails? And
they don't know yet.
Webcam is gonna. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't know yet. But it's like they are. They have been waiting for me to finish this for a while. And all I will say is what the description of it is. So let me see if I can find the description of it.
Is it not popping up in my chat, Esther?
Wait, why can't I find... Oh. The Dino Dance segment. Streamer will find a good stopping point in the stream and perform the Dino Dance song for you. So there is a song that I will perform live on stream for you.
Oh, you're doing the same thing I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna
do? Dude, if someone has like, I'm thinking about reducing this because I ain't got that many yet, but I don't know, I might not. S tier, you're so freaking. You have to yell at me. Jeez, you're so freaking mean. Like, what I was gonna do is if someone has 500k points, I was gonna get a banana suit and some maracas and just do the peanut butter jelly dance like Brian did in Family Guy. And I was gonna go like extra hard with it as well. Like I was gonna add my own spin to it and everything. I was only gonna do it once, but I think I might reduce the price because who the hell's watching me like that? I'm not iShowSpeed. I'm not Kai Cenat. No one's watching my stream like that. So I'm like, I might reduce it.
That's funny,
but I
dude.
might not though. Yeah. So.
I mean.
Yeah, so that's still like it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Of sorts. I won't spoil what mine is. So I think we'll save this for after we do the tier list, and then I'll totally hit that because I've been really itching to do that since I finished it. But okay, we said Phineas and Ferb, we're gonna put it in great, right?
Yeah, you say it was overrated, and I'm like, wherever you put it, I'll be fine with it because it's borderline good or great because again, it was the one redundant show that actually somehow kept the comedy alive.
I think overall I'd put it at the top of good then, just because for me it's like. Just like Courage, it is kind of one note, but it is a very, like, good note, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree.
What do we think of, have you ever seen Over the Garden Wall?
No, probably not. It sounds like an opera-esque, like the music is orchestrated.
It actually kind of is. Over the Garden Wall is another Cartoon Network's 10-part miniseries that was released around October, going into December-ish. And all it is 10 10-minute episodes. The amount of amazing story and fucking comedy, characterization, beautiful music that they jam-packed into this 140 minutes of animation is unbelievable. So for me, if you'll allow me, I think I'm gonna put it in GOATed up there with the others.
I agree.
So
never seen it, but
you guys have to watch Over the Garden Wall. It is one of the best cartoons ever put out there and is so severely underrated.
Oh, well, that's cool. I canceled my Netflix subscription, but I'll be able to watch it for free. Due to my
I don't think it is
friend.
actually, or no, it's probably on Disney Plus, maybe, but it's not going to be on any streaming platform for free. I'm not going to say pirate it. I'm not going to legally say pirate it. But I would say watch it.
I just said I would get. I get the credentials through my friend because he has the accounts and everything, and I'm just broke and leeching off like a, whatever that drains stuff from people.
Sick. Did you ever watch Steven
I don't believe
Universe?
in pirating. Yeah, I watched it and I thought it was an okay show at first, but then it's gotten like there's like gender is just an existential concept. So then I just dipped.
Okay.
Garnet thick though.
Garnet is thick.
Yeah, no.
Let me tell you, as someone who's watched the whole show, very unbiasedly, objectively, it's a good story. It has its pitfalls with kind of falling into like this social political drama sometimes. Yeah. But that might just be because of the person who created it or what this show is actually about to begin with. But I like Steven Universe and it's a good watch, but it's definitely not up there with like the greats.
Yeah, because I'm like, this show I felt to me before even like getting to like the the like third or fourth episode, I felt like this show had a vibe where it's like this is going to represent a minority group of people. And then, like, every single time they do that, it gets to this geopolitical, nonsensical bullshit. And then it winds up ruining the overall of like concept of the story. And then it just becomes just this garbage.
It
And
definitely
at
got
first, I
preachy.
was getting into it. Yeah, like I'm like I understand and I get where you're coming from and I can understand, but at the same time it's like you got to do your own thing. It's like they tried to be like you have to respect this and stuff like that and like almost forcing this concept upon people. And again, I was willing to see it from your perspective how you view life and stuff like that, but not like from where it's like you're telling the story about for somebody else almost like about me sounding a bigot or trying to say like they shouldn't do that and whatnot. It's just like when you try to, I guess, impress others, you'll wind up losing the meaning alone. And at first, I said it was okay, but then I felt like I was on edge, just thinking like this is gonna end up being a waste of time, and then it wound up being that way. It's just I put it on Gaudi, Gaudi for me. Basically, it's just it's just hard to explain. They just lost it, in my opinion. I kind of wasn't interested at that point.
I think Gowdy is fair.
At that point, again.
I do like the show, but it's also me looking past many problems that I do experience with it. Like sometimes it gets too preachy. Sometimes some of the characters will do things and it doesn't make sense. I don't really like musicals, and it would start to become a lot more of a musical. The movie was great,
Disney.
but how they did Steven whenever he grew up later in the series, and it just, I don't know, man. It's kind of like what you were saying. It got a little bit too political, not overtly, but you definitely could tell it's like, okay, we're pushing values just a little bit here.
Yeah.
I'll put it in top of Gowdy, though. I think it's not as annoying as Uncle Grandpa or something like that.
Hey, this is the Geneva Convention. Would you be willing to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? That's kind of what I felt like. Just that not that door to door preaching. Yeah, would you like to worship our God type of vibe at some point? And I just no.
I didn't get that,
But hey.
but I could see why you would. Here, let's move on to something I
goes for
think you'll
me.
like more. 3 Delivery. This is something that you had me add on last minute because you really wanted to talk about it. I'm curious.
I'm sorry. That show was it was pretty funny. I kind of don't know what the hell this show was. The animation was weird. It was all over the place. I think it was about I don't know Chinese people delivering Chinese food or something like that. Dealing with
You don't
Chinese
know?
cookies and stuff like that. I watched a few shows of it, and that show was kind of like the Adult Swim animations. As far as I remember, I just thought about putting it on there, thinking that hopefully you might have seen it. But if not,
I've
let's
not.
talk about it and just make an assumption about it. But it is gonna be Ghastly and Gotti because
Oh,
no one liked the show. It wasn't coherent. It lacked a lot of I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't very concrete. It was just kind of all over the place, and it looked like a collage, but like animated for the most part.
interesting.
Just yeah. So it's like it had an interesting animation and style to it, but like as for the story, I don't think anybody could understand what the hell the story was about. But for some odd reason, this was allowed on Nickelodeon, and I just did that. And I just did that to put in another throwaway show because I know like a gonna either be good, great, or goated. So I just thought like let's put some shows in here that's like not gonna be so great. And let's talk about it and explain why. Has
dig.
anybody in chat seen 3 Delivery?
I have not. So this is like all news to me. Your word is gospel about 3 Delivery. I'm also curious if chat's seen it.
Because this was on Nicktoon West when I was watching DirecTV. I remember the channel number. It was 307, I believe, or around there. That was Nickelodeon West, and that's what it had. Ren and Stimpy, and it had that one other show with the beavers and stuff like that. It had all the controversial shows on there, basically, and I just love that show so much. Oh, that was awesome.
Chat has not heard of it.
But yeah, no surprise. Yeah, no surprise.
So is it above Chowder? That's the main question for us here.
Anything's above Chowder. Anything is above Chowder.
Okay.
Anything. Put him in Grimm's chest. Get him out of here.
Okay, what
You
is
know.
this one? Oh shit. Some of these I can't read, like the ones that I've never seen before. Let me pull this up for myself on the list
Oh,
that you
Fetch
sent
with
me.
Rough Man.
Fetch, yes.
Oh, dude, that show is so awesome. Oh
Tell me
god.
about it.
It was a show where it was pretty much the kid version of Do This Thing, Win a Prize, but like Fetch was this animated character that had its own show and whatnot, and kids would be on there. And it's basically a game show where they go out in the real world, they do some scavenger hunts, they do some math, they do some stuff like that, and they do a whole bunch of stuff and they win like these nice neat prizes and whatnot. And it's so amazing and fun how they incorporated IRL features into like this virtual situation where it almost looked like this fictional character was sentient, talking to you, interacting with you. It was pretty amazing, and I actually was so jealous that I could never get on that show because I was so jealous of every kid that was on that show because it was just as good as I remember because I went and watched that show too, and I'm like, damn, that was amazing. Dude, I would put it at goated.
You put
They'll
Fetch
never,
goaded,
yeah,
I'll I'll trust you.
yeah.
What do we think about Scooby-Doo Mysteries Incorporated?
What animation was it? Because there's been like just as many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's always their Scooby Doo
There
rendition.
is
Like which?
way more Scooby-Doo than almost any other cartoon franchise, fun fact. My girlfriend is super into it,
Yeah.
and she can tell you. Mystery Incorporated, I will send you the art style, and you'll recognize it immediately. I think it's the best of Scooby-Doo, personally, so that's why I did it. Let's see. It's the one with where Fred is, like, obsessed with traps. You know what I'm talking about?
Was when they were like teenagers
I don't
or
think so.
something like
Here,
that?
check it. I sent you a picture, and you should be able to glean it from that.
And that's too. If you're still here, I'll get that Discord link as soon as I possibly can. Dude, I don't know. I'm just not.
Are you not recognizing it?
That's. Hold on. No, I don't want you to record my audio. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, yeah, that was when they kind of look like teenagers at this point instead of like regular adults
Sure.
almost. Like they look incredibly
Sure, sure,
younger,
sure.
in my opinion. So I seen a few episodes. I never could get into Scooby Doo because it was literally everywhere, and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they just kind of pushed me off of it because it was everywhere.
That's
And I
fair.
could believe they made more of this than any other cartoon. Yeah, it wasn't a bad show. I just never got into it. So whatever you choose, I'll just agree with you because I can't really refute it. It wasn't a bad show. It again, problem solving, all the necessary elements to make a decent show that wasn't complete brain rot.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't remember anything bad about the show. So
I
what you got to add
think,
about it, buddy?
correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think there was an overarching story for this Scooby-Doo series, was there? Because if not, what I was gonna say is the episodes were pretty formulaic, like Your Courage, The Cowardly Dog, or Phineas the Ferb. It's just about solving a mystery and then unmasking the guy at the end. That's what Scooby-Doo's always been about. And the creative ways that they try and go about doing those is always interesting to see. It doesn't? Okay. So then I think it just goes at the top of good. It is a show that you could watch any episode of and understand it entirely from that one episode, which is not a bad thing. It's a kind of classic cartoon in that sense, but I don't think it had any, like, underlying substance besides maybe the romance between Shaggy and Velma. I know some people like
And
that.
Fred and Daphne.
Fred and Daphne, yeah. Scooby's just left out on his own.
Which is a good thing.
You-
Jesus.
in that
God.
case, yes, it is a
Don't-
good thing. Unless Velma's like,
Dog trying to
hi,
find somebody."
Scoob.
Oh no! Ooh.
All right, moving on
God,
before
thank God.
we get fucking
PG-13.
dog porn in here. The Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh yeah.
What did you think about this
You
one?
know, oh, I don't know. It's either gonna be great or goated, in my opinion, because Gumball, like at some point, I felt like he kind of got too annoying, but then like they actually started to mellow his stuff out, and then they just made him completely fucking relatable. Like they just made him so relatable at some like just
Yeah.
complete. Like I understand Gumball on such a level, so I would say. they actually go through character development every single season. It's like they care less
True.
and less and less about it, and they explain why. And I'm like, and they add some interesting perspectives about life. And I love it how they incorporate background characters into their stuff as well. Because you notice how
Mm-hmm.
it's like the only things you're going to deal with in an episode is basically the baseline characters. They add in new ones, then they incorporate the ones in the back as well, and they have their own shtick, but they make the great like the genius decision on not giving them their own freaking show, but instead give them their own freaking episodes that
Sure.
pop up like depending on what the show needs. Not like Patrick, where like they just gave him his own show and he's not on that level, in my humblest opinion.
No.
So I mean, yeah, I'd say Gumball is pretty good. Fantastic character development.
In my opinion, there
Yeah,
is seldom a show on this list that has made me laugh more than The Amazing World of Gumball. It is a fucking hilarious
yeah,
show, dude. Um,
yeah, it really is. The random roast for no reason, and he just that stuff be like I wasn't expecting him to say that, especially how the stuff that he says to his mom as well.
oh, Anais
Like,
too, how savage she is.
yeah, just crapped on the whole family just to watch her own TV show. They're all locked outside and just watching her own TV show. That was
I'm cool with
yeah.
putting
So
this
like I
one in
said, this
great.
show, yeah, fantastic.
Okay. Young Justice, which I watched a long time ago, once ever, and I don't remember most of it. I'm hoping you maybe saw some of it.
Yeah, I did it, and again, a really long time ago when cable was a thing. Young Justice. I mean, if you like Marvel, you'll like Young Justice. I mean, I hear from from third parties, and
It's
wait, they did
DC,
an
by the way.
episode on the China. Oh, DC. See, I'm not good with Marvel or DC. They
It's
all the
okay.
same. They all the same. Sorry about that. Sorry for you Marvel and DC fans. Don't lynch me, don't dox me, and please don't at me. I'm sorry. I corrected my mistake. They did. Wait, they even. Sorry, I'm just looking at what Elena said. They even did a episode of the Chinese version of Gumball.
I
That
didn't know that.
sounds. Yeah, I didn't either. I'm watching Gumball right now, so I might get to that point. I'd be
Ooh.
really interested to see it because.
I think, in
But
my opinion, Young
yeah,
Justice is not as good as Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans.
yeah, they did do a crossover in Teen Titans Go about being serious and shit, and
Yeah,
I could, mm, yeah, I mean,
I
it
would
did
put it
as
in
well
good.
as it could, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I didn't like. I never really watched too much personally. I don't really, you know.
So,
Yeah, I'll give it good.
Malin helped me realize something about this next entrant that I did not know. When I looked at the pictures just for grabbing these when I was making the tier list, I was like, I don't know if Reading Rainbow is a cartoon, but you said that it has illustrations and stuff and you'll count it. So, what I have never seen anything about the Reading Rainbow. You'll have to like talk to me like I'm a child with it.
All right, well, yeah. Ready Rainbow is another PBS show that I extremely liked. I didn't appreciate it as much as I could have as a kid because yeah, you watched it in school. Yeah, we all, yeah, anybody. I think we all kind of watched that at school, but like they showed it on PBS at home, and I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. But yeah, I recently watched it. I'm like, man, this show is literally awesome, and it's like my brain enjoyed the different sort of books, the people who written the books. They invited the authors onto the show to explain their book, what it's about, and all that other stuff. Gave people insights about it. It's an
Hmm.
educational show. I decided to put it on the tier list because it doesn't have cartoons per se, but it's on paperback. Like it's pretty much a cartoon, but it's not like animated like a show is, and it still has narration and all that other stuff. So I decided, why not try to put it on the tiers list, and just wanted to see if you guys saw it because like Elena said, she's sitting in school. I saw it in school too. And if you want to watch it at home, just go into the PBS network and you could find it. So I mean, again, education and it being entertaining and him explaining lore about the books and stuff like that makes you actually want to search it up and just see what's happening with these people, where they are now, and all that stuff. And yeah, it's a amazing show. Just,
Where would you place it, my friend?
I would say I replace it goaded.
I'll give it goaded.
my English teacher would like, here, watch this, and then I will explain it, and it helped me understand better than just teaching honestly. Yeah, exactly. He did a good job of explaining different like situations, and they covered so many books that it was relevant at some point. You just had to search for it, and you could watch all their episodes on YouTube too. Well, I think all of them, probably not, because you know you usually never get all of them, but
Right.
yeah, they're all on YouTube, and they're on Amazon too. But I'm not paying Amazon any money for partial products, so I just watch it on YouTube.
So true.
Yeah, it's yeah, amazing show, educational, definitely nostalgia. It was stood the test of time. Nostalgia didn't make this episode. It still stands up to the, it's amazing.
I like it. Moving on to one that I am actually somewhat familiar with, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I didn't watch a whole bunch of this show. I never like saw it completely through, but I watched enough episodes to get the general picture of it. I thought this show was a lot of fun. The voice acting was a highlight for sure. Just
Yeah.
really funny all the time and super over the top. But I don't remember ever being like super invested in it. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see why, because it kind of had no story. The only real story happened was that like the first, I guess, the first two episodes, or maybe just the first one episode, where it's like Billy and Mandy are just existing, but then Grim shows up to try and take their pet gerbil away, who honestly should have died 20 years ago, but for some odd reason they told Grim no. So then, Grim lost because Death lost to a bunch of kids, and then that pretty much ended the like storyline of it, and it's just been them just seeing what they can get into with the powers of the Grim Reaper. And it's been pretty freaking hilarious, in my humblest opinion. I recently went and seen like the three seasons of it, and I laughed and had fun watching every single. Again, this one, yeah, unfortunate that it didn't make any more seasons, but at the same time, being how what they do to shows that just never want to stop,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that they did. So it stopped at a high note, and I can appreciate that. And again, you don't really need closure for it, because it was no point. It was just them getting into stuff until I guess they ran out of ideas, and I guess they ran out of ideas. So I mean, they didn't make any more episodes.
Fair enough. Uh,
Eh.
top of good, bottom of great. What are we thinking?
I'd say it's goated mainly because it never stopped.
Ooh.
It's never stopped making me laugh, and it had a bunch of movies that had some absolutely phenomenal bangers as well.
Okay.
Gary-O, Trick or Treater Eaters,
We just have so many
freaking
goated shows.
yeah.
Awesome. I'll put it up there for you
Like,
because I'm going to make an
Sure.
argument. You have been talking a little bit of shit about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I am going to tell you TMNT 2012, the one with the CGI turtles,
the movie?
the show from Nickelodeon.
Oh, the show. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I fucking love this show. It has such a big place in my heart. And I'm someone who watched this show, the original one in the 80s, and the one that came out in the early 2000s that was still the 2D animation. Out of all three of these, this one was the best, in my opinion. I would be putting it
Okay.
in goated by the ranking system of everything else that we've done so far, but I'm curious to hear your opinion as well on TMNT 2012.
Was this starring young April O'Neil and the Krang?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely seen episodes. This was the one that Drake Bell was voice acting, right?
Who? Sorry.
Drake Bell, like he was voicing Leonardo.
Drake Bell. So
Could've
the
swore I
thing,
heard
the
that
weird
somewhere.
thing about Leonardo is his voice actor did change halfway through the show from somebody
Yeah.
to Seth Green. Let me see if I can find it.
Seth Green?
Yeah.
Really? Huh?
I don't think he did. Hold on.
Oh, I thought it was Drake Bell. I don't know. It was a really long time ago. And I knew they had like Leonardo had a voice change, because like I heard the
Jason
episode
Biggs
where
was
they.
the guy's original name.
Oh, Jason Biggs. Okay. Who was the new voice actor?
Seth Green.
Oh, Seth Green.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh well. Oh, well. I'll admit I was wrong.
It's okay. But they did have Mae
Yeah.
Whitman as April O'Neil, and Mae Whitman is the fucking, in my opinion, the GOAT of female voice acting. She is, or maybe even voice acting. She's just that good.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't watched the show except like again, I think I might have watched this on cable and I haven't watched it since like streaming became a thing, Netflix and all that.
Sure, sure.
But yeah, I guess TMNT for what I remember, I guess I put it on good personally. I'm just not a huge TMNT fan, but I mean,
It was much more
I don't know.
dramatic, so this makes sense. I know the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rise, I think is what it's called. I didn't like it. But I'm sorry, I'm the melancholy mask. What they did with this show was just so cool, and they went in a very nice, mature direction. And Leonardo, much like Finn from Adventure Time, you kind of grew with him as he learned all these things and learned the hard way about being an idiot with girls and stuff like that. Some good lessons to learn, honestly.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't get into it because again, I'm not really. I just like comedies. Elena likes it.
Elena likes it.
Elena agrees.
I'm gonna put this up in great as a kind of compromise. I'm gonna put it below Ben 10 probably. I've got another hot take for this next show that I'm gonna come in hot with. Regular show. I think
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like regular show.
You don't like it.
No, like
I
honestly,
can see why.
and it's not even because it's too comedic. It's not because it's like too out there. It literally just like I didn't think it was worth it. Between Adventure Time and regular show, I went Adventure Time 8 days out of the week, dude. But regular show just felt boring in comparison.
Yeah, I can see that because it's funny. I don't know if you noticed, but regular show was pitched to be on Adult Swim,
Yes,
but then they
Absolutely.
said no, and I guess that's what caused them to have to. It's sort of like Ren and Stimpy. Like, dude, Ren and Stimpy, like adult version, is like on some unhinged shit, but regular show ain't on that level. But they probably had a lot more adult stuff. Like when that time Mordecai said "pissed" on the on cable TV, and
yeah, and
I was
everyone's
there,
like,
by the way. Yeah, I was and everything like, oh my god, he said it. I should. And then they edited the video out, so like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of regular show. But yeah, I could see why you would say it was just okay.
I mean, don't get me
it
wrong,
was-
it's good and it has like really funny writing, but it just like I can't even say it was formulaic. The thing that was formulaic about it was how unformulaic it was. Like they would go way off the deep end on one episode and then way to the other side on the next episode, and it'd just be jarring. There was like no sense of cohesion until closer to the end of the show, if I remember correctly. I never got to properly
yeah, it's
finish
like.
it.
Like it's nothing like trying to go and find your way to the bathroom, but then next thing you know, you're at the edge of the universe fighting for your literal existence.
Literally,
which
dude.
was the premise. Like, was the premise of some of those shows.
On one episode, there's the fucking coffee bean dude shooting coffee out of his nipples, and then the next episode, they're fighting a dude with keyboards in space, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, and I'm like, had that adult like rating element added onto it. I'm pretty sure it would have been a lot more funnier.
I agree.
And have a lot more going on to it. But they had to edit it. I don't know how much time they had to it before they decided, okay, let's go with Cartoon Network and just pitch it. But it really feels like they definitely was like hoping Adult Swim picked it up, but they didn't.
Yeah, no, that, Salmon's point, the whole reason it was called regular show is because it was the farthest thing from a regular show. It was iconic
Yes,
in its
it
own
was.
right for Cartoon Network. You know, the intro, just the simple, like that's
Yeah.
fucking super iconic. But I would definitely put it in good, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I could completely agree. Definitely held back from extenuating circumstance. Very unfortunate, but you know, oh well.
What do you think? So you mentioned this. I think this is Ren and Stimpy. This next one, right?
Oh, Ren and Snippy, yeah.
I have not watched this one. You'll have to carry me on this.
Yeah, it's a very unhinged show. And there's an adult version of this show that I thought
Really?
was like it's just they had cursing and stuff like that. No, it's pretty much like that stuff where people say don't Google eel girl or blue waffles or any of that stuff. It's like kind of on that level. Like don't Google Ren and Stimpy's like adult version because the stuff that happens into it just from a skit. Oh shit, just from a skit, it's insane. But the
Really?
kid show, it was pretty memeable.
Interesting. I didn't know there was an adult version of this. That sounds
I didn't either, and
cursed.
it very much so is, dude. That oh, it's. I ain't gonna explain it to it because I might get banned, but it's sort of like what Kanye West
What?
did with his when he came out, like you know how when Kanye West saying about what he did with his cousin, it was kind of like that type of stuff you would find in Ren and Stimpy, but I don't know, more unhinged, less unhinged.
Oh man, okay. Well, where are you thinking ranking wise?
It was a very funny and memeable show. I would say it would be great. I would definitely say it'd be great. I would recommend you watching it.
Okay.
Not the adult version, of course, for obvious reasons.
Sure.
But yeah, I would. Yeah. Or unless you want to watch the adult version, because
I don't
I don't know,
know.
maybe you just want to. You just want to see something that you was not expecting to see today.
You know me, I'm watching a cartoon, but I ain't trying to watch straight up the hub, and not the boomerang hub, the other hub.
The backrooms hub, like that shit will bring you to the backrooms. Don't watch it.
All right.
But yeah.
We are down to our very last show of the tier list, and I have a question for you guys before we would start. Has anyone watched Wander Over Yonder? Because this was one of those.
Have.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Dude, okay. I think between any other show in this tier list, I feel like this is the one that is most catered to work for both of our tastes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Hater was a demon boy. Hater, and then Yonder being so positive all the time, and then the only pragmatic person in the entire series was the
straight man, Sylvie.
What was she? Yeah, was she a horse?
She was a
donkey?
horse thing from a different planet. Yeah, like there was no humans in in this story.
Yeah. And yeah, like how sassy she was about different stuff, and it had balance. I mean, kudos to them. You like the show?
I adore this show. So it is an homage. I believe I mentioned earlier that I was gonna say there's a show that I think did the classic animation better of like the super loony kind of stuff. This is that show. Mm-hmm. They do a modern take of the more Looney Tunes stuff with the super fluid, like bendy bones animation. Do you know what I mean? Where like there's no physics at all, but it all is so cleverly animated at the same time. It's not just freedom of choice. It's like they've thought about every single detail. I fucking love this show, but not only is the animation just super fun and eye candy and the voice acting is hilarious all the time, every episode, but the story is actually really good. And you would not expect it from a show like this, but the story is actually really fucking well put together, especially in season 2 with Lord Dominator.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
They made a female version of her.
What? Have you not seen Lord Dominator, dude?
Yeah, I have. What's worse is I've seen her when I didn't want to see her.
That's fair.
Never want to like. When you go to search up Bang on how to make like a sweet potato pie, and then you just see Lord Dominator like graphics for no reason. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like I seen her and doing some stuff, and I'm just like, I didn't ask for that, but I saw it anyway. So
Lord Dominator definitely was a little bit of bait, but at the same time, she was actually just an extremely well written character. I like her for the character, man. I swear.
Yes, I swear. I swear she's just for the character. I just like the way she looks when she wears a certain outfit.
This is also true, and you know, the armor was also voiced by Fred Tatasciore, who's the voice of Megatron in Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Anyway,
that's man.
Yeah, dude. I fucking love this show, and I mentioned earlier that I don't like musicals. This is the only piece of media in history that has a musical episode that I love, and I know every single word to it. It's called My Fair Haiti. It is so
I
funny.
definitely never heard of it.
It's amazing. It's in season 2, and I would totally recommend anyone watch this show because it's so good. But it's so underrated. Like no one watched it back. It was Disney XD at the time, right alongside Gravity Falls.
Yeah, no one watched XD.
Other than Gravity Falls, no one watched XD, and I think
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb too. They were kind of in that same. But like, no one watched the show, or at least if they did watch this show, they never like got to see the best of it, which happened in the later season.
Yeah, that's definitely me because I definitely remember watching. What the heck? I definitely remember seeing Wander Over Yonder on Disney XD and then just straight up leaving because it's like there's nothing else to watch, and you got these IRL shows with these people who I don't know, who I don't care about, and then it's just insane. Oh my god. Yeah. So
For me, Wander Over Yonder goes goated.
I could agree.
I love
Oh,
that show.
Salmon. Well, everyone else is agreeing to. Oh, I'm getting DP'd right now. Oh.
DP.
But yeah, double penetrated.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I'm
deep
playing a
penetrated. All right, I was almost in there.
That also works. It
Yeah.
hurts, but yeah. Salmon, what was the show you said that was Chowder? You said you would say it on the when you came to it. Like what's popping with that?
Yeah, what was the super annoying show? Was it Go? I think it was Teen Titans Go. It had to have been.
Yeah,
because that's the one that he frowned at.
Yeah.
It was Teen Titans Go? Okay.
It was. Okay, yeah.
That's so fucking funny, dude. Well, chat, I'm going to screenshot this. This is the official opinion endorsed by Shanix and Valen, sorry.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna call you Roger. That's your new name. I can't say Valen Siaga.
All right, okay.
Roger. Or whatever your boy was calling you. What was he calling you? Poppy?
No, that's a female. That's Esther. She's a Hawaiian librarian. She's really cool.
Oh, that is
she's
cool.
Hawaiian.
Hawaii. I like how you said it
Very
culturally correct too.
Oh. Yeah, the best thing about Americans is that whatever they say about some international terminology, just do the opposite. Tortilla, jalapeno, all these things. Yeah, I have to search it up because I know that can't be correct.
No.
So yeah, I try to be culturally sensitive because like I know I talk a lot of shit at the end of the day, but I try to be culturally sensitive and not to piss anybody off.
Well, that's fair. I'm just gonna piss everyone off. That's my goal. At one point or another, everyone's gonna get pissed off with me, well, no matter what I do. So, I'm gonna make myself the villain, like I'm Jake Paul. I hope. No, I'm not. I don't like Jake Paul. Fuck that guy. I can't commit to that bit, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna make. That's just who I am. Dude, Jake Paul, I see him in everything. Dude, I recently got into watching Power Slap, and that boy was in Power Slap too.
Was he?
I would like to watch Tetris. Yeah, he was.
Oh
he was
my gosh, dude.
Dude, he was in, I watched the OG clip of that shit, and it was when this stuff was being, this was when stuff was happening in Russia, and he was in, or maybe it was, I forgot where it was, but yeah, I watched the OG clips. That boy was in freaking Logan Paul. I'm like, what the fuck? And then this boy was in Tetris too. He was in Tetris.
The
I'm
movie?
like, Tetris World Tournament? No. Like, there's a world tournament where it's like a bunch of Tetris players play a game. And like, who knew how entertaining would just watching a bunch of people stack boxes for a long period of time would be entertaining. But yeah, that boy was in freaking Tetris too. Like, Jesus. He's almost like the banger drink. He's everywhere. It's like an advertisement.
Fighting Mike
at this point.
Tyson as well. Like, oh man.
Yeah, dude. Bro. Oh, was that his brother? There's so many Pauls that I just do not like. How many Paul brothers are there?
There's two, and also their dad is a piece of shit too. But Logan Paul is also in WWE, and they push him really hard.
Okay. So yeah, it must have been Logan. Oh wait. Oh, was it Logan Paul? Dude, I don't pay attention to them. I pay as little
Honestly,
attention to
they
them as
both
I think
have
it
their
was Logan
fucking
Paul.
fingers in everything, dude.
Yeah.
Lunchly,
Like I
all
never
that
knew
bullshit.
how. Yeah, dude. They're like I thought I could be with stuff and not have to ever see these boys, but yeah, Power Slap, Tetris World Tournaments. Like, why even bother? Have you seen them kids stack boxes like it's freaking Fortnite, and you think you can beat that? Why you just? I
Next, we're
don't know
gonna
why
see him
hell
in a
he even
chess
bothers.
tournament,
Oh my god, dude! If he does that,
talking
I
shit
don't know
to
what I
some
might
like
do.
to Magnus Carlsen, who's just like, I'm just here to play chess, man.
If he freaking plays with Magnus, dude, like, what are we doing as a society? How does he even get to that level? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't like either of them.
dude,
And that, I mean, it goes
I
without
don't either.
saying, but somehow they still have a fucking fan base of children who adore them. And I'm like, how can you support these guys? When they've showed
they
us
don't know any
time and
better?
time again that they are just terrible people. Like, there's not even a debate there. They're just awful people.
I love. Have you seen Paradise PD
Uh-uh.
on Netflix? Well, they did like a Logan Paul skit where it's like when, not to spoil it, but I mean, who gives a shit? Oh, you want to hear the spoiler?
I'm chilling, dude, yeah.
Yeah, where it was like, Fitz was a police officer who had trauma because he couldn't save some people from a freak accident with a kingpin, and then they all died. And then when he had a period of self reflection to stop the town from getting nuked, it had him like saying like, "This is the people who you save, or these are the people who you failed to save," and it was fucking Logan Paul posting pictures and saying like, "Oh, if you give me a like," type shit like that. Like
Oh my gosh.
it was fucking for what it was pretty funny.
So bad,
But
man.
they yeah, I just like that just came out of left field and I wasn't expecting it. That's probably why it was so funny. That show was completely unhinged, by the way. Like Paradise PD.
Sounds like it.
I probably should have put that on here. Yeah, well, it's not a kid show at all by any freaking like mode of the word. So yeah, that's probably why I didn't think about it.
Fair enough. Um Oh my goodness. I feel like we almost set up the stream longer than we actually did it, but we did get to the end here of our tier list. I posted it in the Discord. I'll also send you a screeny of it, just in case you want that. But thank you so much for joining me. This was a super fun collab. We should absolutely do another one, and then probably on a gaming one, just because I feel like you played by my terms, I'll play by yours for the next one.
I'm pretty sure you got the stuff all set up more than I do. I just literally join in and just do stuff.
I'm okay with doing stuff. Shit.
There's one.
Not Fortnite, though. I won't
There's
play
two.
Fortnite. Can't get me to.
No, I was in Fortnite mic up content. Anybody who's followed me, all 200 of my followers came from Fortnite mic up. That's all I don't do anything else. It's funny.
Fair enough.
In my humblest opinion. Like a dude, apparently when
You're
I talk
funny
crap
here.
to people, oh, thank you, I appreciate you, but you ain't gotta spare my feelings. Wait, how do I switch guns?
B. I don't know.
Well-
Okay, I do have
You know
one
what
more
I'm for.
segment of the stream for me that I'm going to get to, but unless you want to stick around for that and watch it, I won't be able to talk during it. It's a rather involved piece of work, so thanks so much again for doing this with me. I think you're an absolutely hilarious dude, super chill, so I'd love to do another collab for real.
Of course. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't go into GTA with this shit because people like to dox you. And a guy, I guess I offended him to such a point that he tried to dox me. He got my information and everything.
Whoa!
And he started putting it in Fortnite. But it was a false alarm. I told him I didn't care, and for some odd reason, I'm still playing games today. No one has swatted me. No one raided me. Just a bluff. He just wanted
Just
to.
saying that you didn't care
I
was
guess
like,
feel-
oh man, just wanted you to care.
Yeah, exactly. Like he probably, because if any kid posts like, do you know how they spend thousands of dollars on their Fortnite accounts? And, like
Sure.
if they lose it, oh no, don't. But I'm like, I guess he wanted this. I don't know what was his plan, but he obviously don't know who I am as a person. But point is, that happened, and here I am.
Wild.
Glad I could be here. Glad that you did a collab with me. Glad you gave me the time of day, buddy. I'm glad that we're friends.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You take care now.